She's all sweet and buckety. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, power packed and really stacked. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, low gas diet made me try it. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, you're my kind of car. Yes, you really are. She's a root-toot-tootin', big six-shootin', sweet six-cylinder Mustang.
Pick out anyone you like, all except this one. This one's mine.
You're ahead in a Ford all the way.
Now here's a really cool toy from the late 60s. It's actually a little bit older than I am. It's the Wen-Mac Mustang. This came out in 1966. It was a promotional item that you would get at the Ford dealerships at the time. They were released at hobby stores later on. There were some other models released, like a 2+2 Mustang Fastback. This is the classic Mustang. This is the one that I really like. My wife and I are big fans of Mustangs, and this is pretty cool to add to the collection. I didn't find it in this condition. I had to do a lot of restoration work to it. I had to replace some missing parts in the engine bay. I had to put on new stripes on the side because they were gone on one side and peeled up on the other side. I had to do a little bit of work to the motor compartment, put some new battery contacts in it, and some various other little minor details I had to do to get this restored. Plus I had to do a real good cleaning on it as well. It's actually a really cool toy. When you look at the bottom of it here, you can see it has a full metal frame. The steering you can set. It's got detents in it, so you may go in circles and everything. You'll notice there's some extra holes and stuff back here. You can actually get a Cox 0.049 engine to put in these to make it gas powered and run it on a tether if you wanted to, or just set the steering. You also could get a throttle modification where you control the speed of it as it goes around in circles. I also believe that testers made a radar controlled version of this as well back then. I haven't seen one of those before. Of course, we have our forward and reverse control right there. You pop open the hood. You see the detail of the engine inside. That's pretty cool. It does light up. The interior details are really well done as well. You can't really see it in the video very well. Look down in there. I'll try to take some snapshots and put in this video so you can see the interior a little bit better. But to open it up, you have these two tabs here in the back that you pull out to the back, and the whole thing will flip up like a funny car, like so, to where you can see the inside. So here's the electric motor. I had to take it apart and get it all cleaned up. It was all seized. Here's the extra set of battery terminals I put on. These are actually missing on the original car when I picked it up, so I found these off of eBay to install those. Here's our little 12-volt light. Well, it's not 12 volts, it's 3 volts. And the way that works is you'll see on the body here, there's a light bar. So the light lights up inside of here, and it transmits the light through these little tubes out to the back and to the front. It's not very bright. You actually have to turn the lights off to actually see it really well, but it's still a really nice detail. Here you can see the steering a little bit better and the detents to adjust which way you want it to go. You also have a pin here where you can lock it in the straight ahead position. You can see some of the holes on the side of the frame here for the tether to go through and everything, and your throttle control. You can actually just remove this whole back piece here to put the gas engine on it. So let's take a look at the front of it here. Snap it back together. So there's the front profile. Look at the back. The classic Mustang look. This is actually a really cool model. I think it's 1/12 scale. So I believe what it is. I was able to get a copy of some of the paperwork that originally came with this Mustang. Here's a little promo reproduction I was able to get a hold of. Just in time for Christmas and only at your Ford dealers. The motorized Mustang GT, $495. I have to convert that over to $20-23 right now. But it's a really great promotional item. So, if you was a kid back then and Ford released the Mustang, it was released to a bunch of fanfare, and it was an extremely popular car. This would be a great gift to get as a kid. I remember seeing these at yard sales. I never got one, never picked one up, but I do remember them at yard sales. Let's see what else I got here. Another little promotional item here. So there's a little thing. Power your Mustang with a real gas engine. Speeds up to 35 miles per hour. You get racing slicks. Race two-way, straightaway or circular. You also get the exclusive throttle speed control that's optional. Slow down, rev the engine, or speed up. You can see how it's all hooked up right here. Got little pegs. Stand outside the circle. That's awesome. Me, I would convert it to radio control. That's what I would do. And here's where you can mail off to get that. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we get here in this paperwork? Here's the instructions on operating your Ford Mustang GT. How to open the body, insert the batteries, turn the lights on and off if the motor's running. You get replacement parts. American Machine and Foundry Company. And of course we have the actual assembly instruction book. It's really cool. I was able to get a hold of these. Even though the reproductions, I still like having this with this Mustang. I'll probably put these in a shadow box or something with the Mustang to put up on a wall or something like that. It shows how to assemble the Mustang, piece by piece. This comes in helpful to take it apart in case you got to do repairs. Luckily mine didn't need a lot of repairs. Here's that really cool remote control pylon. That's awesome. Little swivel spring. It's kind of like almost like a vertibird setup almost. The way it works. I might try to find a gas engine for this, just for the heck of it, to put with it. Before I forget, let's show the light on-off switch here. Forgot to show that. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, put the paperwork over there. Come here, paperwork. Pop it back open again. Now the light switch lever is right there. Move it one way, the light will stay off when the motor's running. Move the other way, the light will come on while the motor's running. I tend to try to run it without the light because it makes it run a lot slower when you have the light on. Let's go ahead and put a couple batteries in this thing. We'll flip it on so you can see it run here. 2 D batteries. And they go this way. That one goes that way. Boop. And this one goes this way. Boop. We'll raise it up a little bit here. And we'll activate the lever underneath. So there's forward. There's reverse. Now if I flip this switch here, get the light to come on, maybe. There we go. You hear it slow down when the light comes on. So I tend not to run it with the light on very often. Pretty cool. Alright, let's put this out on the ground and watch it run around. Pretty awesome.
She's all sweet and buckety, sweet 6-cylinder Mustang, power packed and really stacked. Sweet 6-cylinder Mustang, low gas diet made me try it. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, you're my kind of car. Yes, you really are. She's a root-toot-tootin', big six-shootin', sweet six-cylinder Mustang.
Well, that's the 1966 Mustang GT from Wen-Mac, a really awesome Ford promotional item from the late 60s to celebrate the release of the Mustang. It's a really cool toy to have in the collection. If you've ever had one of these as a kid, comment down below. Let me know. If you've made a video about one, let me know that as well. There is a video that I'll share. It's from Max's Models, and he goes through the whole history of the Wen-Mac company. It's about a 15-minute long video. He covers the history of Wen-Mac much better than I ever could. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching.